Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Science of Planning. On my channel, I am posting videos over my planner setups. I also like to show you guys any planner hauls or planner supplies that I purchase. And right now I am doing a series of videos about my planner setups for 2021. If you are new and that is something that you want to continue watching, I hope that you guys hit subscribe after this video and of course give it a thumbs up. If you are a subscriber already, thank you so much for coming back. I have really big plans for this channel in 2021 and I am so excited to show you guys this planner here, which is my budgeting planner. So let's get started. All right, y'all, so this planner here is a HP Classic. I have used this size for budgeting for about 2 years now. The insides of it, or the system, has definitely gone through a transformation since then. But even this outside look has been the same for like the past 2 years, which is on a set of metal Happy Planner discs with this hard snap-on cover and this black quilted from the Happy Planner as well. And it looks the same on the front and back. I love this cover because I love how clean and professional it looks, and it's perfect for keeping the aesthetic of my budgeting system that's in here as well. As far as the actual planner, the budgeting system, again, that has changed quite a bit. I typically switch out covers, but this past year, Happy Planner released this beautiful line here called Modern Farmhouse with their 2020 planners, and I absolutely love, like, this whole setup was absolutely meant for me. So I definitely bought the planner for the cover, and I really wanted to use the guts of it, which were a dashboard layout, but I ended up transitioning to a different size planner, so I didn't have a need for those guts, but I still wanted to repurpose it somehow. And so when it came time to put together my budget planner, I took the cover for sure, and I also took the dividers that are in this planner here. So I just took out the monthly dividers, and I didn't really need the rest of those guts there, but I absolutely love the dividers. Again, they have this beautiful aesthetic to them, very clean and simple, which is definitely something that I'm loving with my planner setup these days. So this was pretty much what it looked like all throughout 2020. What I would then do is I would print my budgeting workbook pages on Happy Planner paper, which is the classic size, and that would go here with the month. So this whole thing was full with 2020, but I have recently taken them out. Let me show you guys. So I took out all of the pages here. Again, it was a transition. I think at some point I started using like cloth and paper inserts, but this is the size of Happy Planner's classic paper that I would print out and put in here. And this is pretty much all of 2020 except for December, which is still in here. I'm still working on December right now. But as far as the paper goes, this is from a set of Happy Planner Happy Notes. I don't know exactly what the name of that Happy Notes is called. I just know that if it was a Happy Notes with blank Happy Planner paper in it, I purchased it because I love the paper quality, and I also love that it's already pre-punched. Now there are some designs on the spines or even on the tops and the bottom, but I'm okay with that. It's not too crazy of a design. So I absolutely am okay using this kind of paper just to print all these workbook pages on. Now these workbook pages are going to be very similar to what I am using in 2021, which if you've seen these before or they look familiar or the TVM looks familiar, these are the workbook pages from the Budget Mom. So I'm going to show you guys how I am setting up 2021 using her budgeting system, her budgeting workbook, and a couple of other printables that I've gotten from other online shops as well. Freedom Steps. And I like to keep these here at the front just to kind of remind me, if you're doing this right, this is what you should be doing. And of course, there's always room for modifications, for changes to fit what you need. But what I found is if I slack on any of these here, it does affect how I budget. And a key example is her cash envelope method system. We had to quarantine. We weren't going out. I was spending money using my credit card. And that was a whole new tracking method that I failed at 1 month and then succeeded at the next. But no more cash envelopes. So I got rid of that. It was hard to track my spending. Something here focusing on long-term goals. I kind of lost sight of those at some point as well. But just a reminder that short-term goals are great, the ones that are achievable within a year, but don't forget your long-term goals. What overall are you trying to accomplish or save for in the next like 10 to 15 years, so to speak? But freedom steps, I will do a whole video about how I use her freedom steps. She also has a YouTube video of her explaining this, and when I watched that video, I took my own notes here. So I will link her video when she explains this. Oh, sorry, I keep saying she, the budget mom, or her name is Miko. I will link her video down below as she goes through this. But then on another video, I will make one explaining what my financial freedom steps look like. That first part there, again, is all about setting up your budgeting, your why, motivation, all of that can go here for you. In this next section, I am going to be using this part for the introductory method of her Budget by Paycheck workbook. So this is where it officially starts. Her Budget by Paycheck workbook is a printed version and a digital version. And last year I did the digital version because I wanted to put it in an HP Classic size, and I wanted the opportunity to put in extra pages like these with it. So because I like this system of combining extra pages with her workbook, using the disc system has just been perfect for that. I know some planners or even people or other people that are budgeting with her system use binders. They'll just print the whole thing on 8x11 and they'll use a binder system for it. Whatever works for you. The spiral bound or her printed version is gorgeous. It is this brand new design that's here for it. And I want to say those pages are 8x11. But again, I wanted something a little bit smaller and a little bit more flexible for how I can organize it myself. So I'm using the digital version. This is the new method or the new version of that. Not much has changed, but the changes that she did make, I absolutely love. So I had to repurchase it in this new color scheme. Blue's my favorite color, and I love the design of this cover here and of the font color on her pages now. So this workbook, was happy to buy this one again, and I got it on sale during her Black Friday sale as well. So this is going to be my budget purchase of the year, was her new workbook. And you can find this on the Budget Mom's website, and I will also link that below for you guys as well. So looking at her workbook, she does have a lot of pages in there that I find helpful, but there are, every once in a while, there will be a page that I don't necessarily need. So again, that benefit of being able to customize what I want in here with the printable version has been huge, because I don't print every single page from her workbook. But the pages that I do have in here are going to help me, again, build that budgeting system for this new year. So jumping into it, I'm just going to kind of go through a couple of pages that I did print. But again, remember, these are not all the pages in her workbook. If you want to see every single page and all of its detail, I'll link a YouTube video as she flips through her printed version so you can see that as well. But one of the pages, or I guess a few of these pages that I really wanted in here, are her instructions for how to use this. This is brand new. She did not have this on her first workbook, the digital version. And even though I feel comfortable with using them, I like that their instructions here are a reminder for this is how you should be using those sheets. So for example, over here, your paycheck bill tracker, I want to make sure I'm using it right, so I can just kind of go through and I will follow her steps to make sure my income gets down, or my income total for the whole month equals what the income was that came in. Just a couple of reminders there. So I'm not going to go through each one, but the yearly worksheets, I do have a few of those. Then you have the monthly worksheets. Over here you have your debt repayment plan, monthly net worth, that are part of those monthly worksheets as well. And then these are really important. The where did my money go? This is absolutely useful for me. I switched to a more minimal look with my budgeting, I want to say like during the summer, and I was using cloth and paper inserts, which are, I think I have them over here. They were gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, they're very organized. So this was the look of like the purchase tracker, super clean. I tried really hard to make this work, and using it as a tracking system, color coding it was fine. But when it came down to analyzing, well, how much did I spend for like my fun category or my miscellaneous category, that was way too hard to kind of figure out without the where did my money go worksheets. So I ended up going back to the Budget Mom printed version for it, and I am staying here. No more changing, no more thinking I can mimic this a different way. I'm using these worksheets the whole year now. I've learned my lesson. So where did my money worksheets, and we'll see those as we flip through them. The next pages that I printed out, this one is the financial goal worksheet. So when I do a video filling out these first couple of pages here, I will go through and set my short-term, medium, and my long-term goals with you. Over here is our membership and subscription page. I didn't have this last year, but I'm excited to use this to mark down yearly memberships because Disney Plus surprised me this year. Forgot I had purchased it and it renewed and I wasn't ready for it. So I feel like this will absolutely help me with those reminders. The yearly spending overview. I love that she printed it on 2 pages this way. Last year, it was just 1 page and it was like a landscape view and the boxes were so small. I wasn't a fan. This right here makes me just a lot more space. This makes me a lot more happier with organizing everything. And I will also go through this in the video, and I'm gonna write down my expense categories here so I can start keeping track of them in January 2021. But overall, these pages at the end of the year will let me know what was spent each one of my categories and what my monthly income was for each category or for the whole month. All right, the next 2 pages, again, super happy she split this up on 2 pages. It used to just be 1, same thing, landscape. Now I get 2 really big graphs and I am so excited. I already know I'm going to use them for, but the graphs are set up so you can put the balance based on the month here, and you can use these for anything that you guys want to track on here. She does give you some suggestions. So over here you have categories such as savings, debt, retirement, and net worth. For me, I mostly track my savings and my debt. So one of them will probably be a debt tracker and the other one will probably be for my sinking funds. Haven't decided, but I feel like those are the 2 I for sure want to use. So when I fill out these worksheets, that'll be my official, this is what we're using them for. And then the last page that I printed in the beginning of her workbook is my bill tracker. I absolutely love these, and I love that hers has an auto pay, which not all my bills are on auto pay, and I always forget which ones are or aren't. So my goal is to try to put them on auto pay going forward and just kind of keep marking them down. But if I already have like a check here that it is on auto pay, then I'll just continue monitoring those monthly payments from there to make sure that they were withdrawn from my checking account. So this will also be something else that I fill out with you guys. These last 2 pages in this part here are her sinking funds tracker. This is a freebie. This came out, I want to say last month. This is going to be used for setting up my sinking funds. And I printed a couple of pages of this just in case it changes at some point, and I can just redo it. But I will do another video over my sinking funds, talking about what the categories are and then how much I will be saving per month based on my budget for that month. So I'm excited to do a video to show you guys my sinking fund categories and my sinking fund envelopes. Love cash envelopes now. So that was that second section. Again, working through those beginning worksheets that are there to set up your budget. This last section in the beginning is trackers, and I got these from Debt Free Charts. I absolutely love this look here. It looks like a little game board. And I'm going to be using these to track a couple of different categories. The ones that I have, I want to say are free. So I don't think I spent any money on these. So definitely check out her website. I'll link her down below. If you want debt trackers, these aren't the only ones. She's the one, I can't remember her name, but she's the one that has the debt trackers that have like the big words and then you can color them as you go up. She's the one that makes those. And then she also has these game boards, which I really like these more. So I'm going to be using these here. But again, I'm going to use them to track a couple of different things on my financial journey. One of them is to become debt-free. So I'm going to be calculating all of my debt, and then starting from the bottom, working my way up to being completely debt-free. This is a debt snowball tracker. This is going to help me manage paying off those debts. And this is a freebie from the Budget Mom's website. And this will allow me to mark down paying off my debts using the snowball method here. On the back, I have another freebie. There are 2 separate pages. But this freebie is allowing you to track your overall debt. And it's very similar to what we saw in another page. I want to say it was in like the My Journey page. So this right here, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just I wanted it to be with my debt tracker. So I reprinted over here. Doesn't hurt to have it written in different places. So I'll have that over here with my overall big debt tracker and snowball tracker. The next one is going to be another one that I can actually put the title of my own, what category is that I paid off here, and I will let you guys know what this category is when I make another video talking about how I use these trackers here. So this is going to be for one loan. This is for specifically for my student loans. I also have a car loan that I want to pay off. And then there's one more loan on here that I'm going to set this up for. This next chart is for my emergency fund. I started using this back in August, I think, and I have been saving up to get $5,000 into my saving account cushion, and this is my progress since then. So almost there. That's going to be one of my short-term goals for 2021. One of my other goals for 2021 is to start saving to build a house. I actually have money already saved up, but based on the amount that I need to save, which is like $50,000, each little square is only $500, and I'm not there yet. So this doesn't have any coloring yet, but this is a long-term goal. This is a medium goal, you could say, taking a trip to Canada. When I show you guys my sinking funds, you're going to see that I'm already saving up for a vacation. And I think this needs to be updated now that I see it. So this tracker is already going. And then I do have some blank ones here that I can add some more goals with it. So I'm excited to make a video showing you guys how I use these tracking systems to help me stay motivated. All right, y'all, the next section here is going to get into the actual Budget by Paycheck worksheets, which are the monthly portion. So I print out her workbook per month, and it goes behind those dividers. Now, the way I print them out, I do rearrange it. So if you're interested in the order or how I did this, leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to help you all out with it. But I think I skipped some pages and I print pages that I need, and then leave the ones that I don't need out. Again, all about customizing what I need here. One thing that I don't need is a calendar. I don't put any of my bills on a big calendar system like this. I prefer the list method that she has over here for tracking bills and when the income comes in. So you're going to see that I do print this out here, but I will end up using a teardrop paperclip to keep it closed. And you could absolutely use tape. I used to do that, but I found that if I want to reuse the dividers, I just like to use this paper clip just to keep it in place like that. So most of my months already have a paper clip in there to hold those pages, 2 pages together like that. And the reason why I printed it like it is so that way this page and this page are open together. So I know it seems like a waste. Why did I even print the calendar part? I just, for the sake of printing the pages without doing too much editing, I left that page there. But I do want these two to open up to each other for it. So as far as what these 2 pages are, the first one is for her paycheck bill tracker. And this system here is allowing you to have your income as your starting point. Then you'll track your bills envelopes, so these would be the expenses that change every month, sinking funds, any extra debt, which I'm hoping to keep adding to here, and the extra savings category, which again, I want to keep adding to here. All of this should equal up to what your income is. And the basis of that is that your dollar has a home. Like you have already planned out where your money is going to go. And down here for your total income, this should equal 0. And at the beginning, I know it looks like a lot of work. I will say at the beginning, I struggled. It was hard for me to get to 0. Sometimes I would overspend, but that was good because it made me aware of where I was overspending, what I needed to focus on. So for example, I thought spending money on my beauty products was just causing me to go over budget, but it was really my groceries or going out to eat. There wasn't a good balance that was there. So I was overspending because of those expenses. And this is what allows you to kind of see that. So getting to 0 is the goal, but if you don't get that, then you'll see that there's room for adjustments within the next month for it. So I'll go through more about this page as I fill out my first January paycheck with you guys here. The second page over here is the cash envelope breakdown. So I'll put my categories of envelopes, and then this will help me determine what bills I need to take out for the bank. I like this section here for my thoughts. Throughout the year, I would put things like, how much do I need to pay off my cell phone? Or should I cancel my HBO subscription? Or should I find a cheaper internet service? Little thoughts like that based on what I did for the month are what I like to pinpoint here. So I'm so happy she has a section for that on this page. And I have two of these because I get paid twice a month. In the digital version, I think she has up to 4 or 5 of these. So I don't print all of them. I end up just skipping on to her next section, which are the expense trackers. But if you are somebody that has multiple paychecks a month, she does recommend that you do one set of these. So this 1 page per paycheck, and the digital version does have lots more of those. All right, so expense tracker wise, I am so happy she put an account box now. This is brand new. Starting balance is, or I think this is always here. It's always been here, but I don't know if it's been in this spot here. But now we have both of them, so I'm super happy about that on both of these pages. And they're the exact same. You'll put your date, what account it was paid from, transaction, category, if it was a draw or deposit, and the ending balance. Out of all of this, I was doing this part already before the Budget Mom, but the ending balance tracking this was missing. And so what I would do before the Budget Mom was cross my fingers and hope that I wasn't over budget. But with the tracking system here from all of my expenses, I can physically see when I've hit 0. So that has been a game changer as well, using these ending balance sections that are here. And I have 4 pages of those spread apart. I like to use them maybe like 2 for 1 paycheck, and then these 2 will be for like the second paycheck of the month. And then we get into the where did my money go category or pages here. There's quite a few of them. Again, some of them I don't print out because I don't need them. But these are the ones that I will be using. This first one is amazing. This is the monthly budget category breakdown. This will allow me to look at all my budget categories and to see not only if there was a difference, but what % of my income did it cost me. And again, going back to my food budget, it was shocking to see what % of my income was going toward eating out or is going toward my fun budget. So this column right here was definitely, you got to do a little bit of math. It's okay. It's definitely really fun to see this change over time here. The next page I printed out is the monthly debt and savings breakdown. This was really nice. This was eye-opening as well because I started noticing that I had lots of my income going toward debt and 0 going to savings at some point. And I knew I was doing something wrong when I put 0 here. So over time, that has changed. I now see more money going toward savings, and I'm hoping to increase more money going toward debt, but so far it's been a pretty steady value or amount that I can pay toward debt every month. So savings-wise, I've seen improvement. And then the last page that I printed from her workbook is the monthly spending comparison. This I have to get better at. What I need to make sure I do is December, when I'm done with it, I need to make sure I come back and put those here so I can compare them to what happened in January. And I keep forgetting to go back and do that. So when I go through the pages and set them up with you guys for the Where Did My Money Go pages here, I'm just going to fill in the categories. Just that'll help me out for one job to get this part done here. And then of course to see the change from one month to the other. This is super helpful because what I found is now that I'm toward the end of the year, I'm having to go through every single month to see what the values are when I could have been just looking at this page here. So talking about these pages. So these pages, I again would have to go every single month to get those numbers. But if I do it right this year, I can just look at these pages here. So hopefully that will save me a step and have everything just on one page. This last page that's here for the month of January is from Debt Free Charts. I'm super excited about this one. The Make My Coffee Challenge. I have been doing so well. I started this in the month of December. I have my little cheat chart or my color chart over here, and I just like coloring them in. They're so cute, these little doodles. And again, I'm doing really well. I found that at the beginning, when I was going back into work, that I was just picking up coffee so much, y'all. But now I'm making my coffee more often. So I'm excited to keep this as a tracker. I don't know if it'll stay here. I know it's a monthly challenge. I just don't know if I like it right here or if I want to put it somewhere else. But for right now, it is going to be here at the end of this month. And then I will use this side for February, which I already have the pages print out, and I think I even have March. Yeah, I even have March printed out. And I like to do about 3 or 4 months at a time, and then I'll slowly start adding in the rest of the months here for it, just so that way I don't have to sit around with the printer for a while to print all this out, because it does take some time. But at the end of the day, you end up with a very flexible planner setup, so that way you can change it however you like, customize the pages where you want them, and you also have a size that you like, which I do love. This size is a really good size for my budgeting for it. So that is my budget planner. Again, y'all, I'm so excited to be using this planner again, but this year making more videos showing you all how I use it and a little bit more about my budgeting journey. So again, hopefully y'all like this video, and if you are new, you hit that subscribe button so you can stick around and see more of these videos using the Budget by Paycheck method. And I will see everybody next time. Bye y'all.